In 1996, a young medical student named Ike walked into the lecture halls of Ebonyi State Medical School, located in the heart of Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, Nigeria. The institution had recently been established, and like many Nigerian medical schools at the time, it operated with limited resources but unlimited passion for teaching the next generation of doctors. What captivated Ike most weren't the complex theories or the rigorous lectures. It was something simpler yet profound: the illustrated medical textbooks. While his classmates memorized facts, Ike fell in love with the visual language of medicine. The beautifully drawn anatomical diagrams in Cunningham's manual, the grotesque yet instructive illustrations in Muir's textbook of pathology, and the carefully crafted drawings that transformed abstract medical concepts into visual understanding. But Ike wasn't alone in his appreciation for visual learning. In med school was a senior colleague, a distinction student who had discovered a powerful secret. This brilliant student didn't just study the textbook illustrations. He created his own. He sketched additional diagrams, drew disease progressions, and illustrated complex mechanisms of illness with remarkable clarity. And the examiners noticed. When this senior colleague sat for exams, he earned extra marks, not just for answering questions correctly, but for the additional illustrations and diagrams he included in his responses. The examiners recognized something profound. Visual explanations demonstrated deeper understanding. The drawings weren't decoration, they were evidence of mastery. Ike watched this transformation with growing admiration. He realized that the power to communicate complex medical ideas didn't rest solely in words. It lived in images, in visual narratives that could make the incomprehensible suddenly clear. Fast forward to 2016. Dr. Ike was now an accomplished medical doctor, but his love for visual learning had never faded. While on a course in the United States, he enrolled in an online course offered by Harvard University through edX. Bioethics, the law, medicine, and ethics of reproductive technologies and genetics. This was his first encounter with professional whiteboard animation. As Professor Glenn Cohen and his team explained the complex legal, ethical, and medical questions surrounding reproductive technologies, surrogacy, and human genetics, the concepts weren't just narrated, they were drawn in real time before his eyes. Stick figures transformed into meaningful illustrations. Abstract legal principles became visual metaphors. The mechanics of in vitro fertilization unfolded through animated sketches. A hand draws complex diagrams showing DNA helixes, embryos, legal scales, and interconnected concepts appearing and animating on screen. It was a revelation. The same principle that had earned his senior colleague extra marks in medical school was now being deployed at scale, reaching thousands of learners globally. Ike watched, captivated, as whiteboard animations explained bioethics with a clarity that text alone could never achieve. Multiple faces appearing around a glowing screen, symbolizing global learning community. In that moment, something shifted. 9 years later, Ike would still vividly remember those animations. He could recall the specific visual explanations, the creative ways complex concepts had been transformed into simple, moving drawings. The seed of inspiration had been planted nearly 20 years ago with illustrated textbooks and his senior colleagues' artistic examinations, but now it had found its modern expression in whiteboard animation. Dr. Ike is now in his late 40s, an established medical educator with years of teaching experience. But he remained a fascinator of animation videos, someone who admired them from afar, recognizing their power, but never quite stepping across the threshold to becoming a creator himself. Then came February 2025, a turning point. The Science Integrity Alliance, an organization dedicated to advancing research integrity and transforming scientific education, made a decision that would change Dr. Ike's trajectory. They recognized his potential as an educator and sponsored his first Chiedozie animation software license. Chiedozie is a whiteboard animation platform that combines the simplicity he had always admired with cutting-edge technology, drag-and-drop interfaces, extensive asset libraries, voice-over integration, and professional export capabilities. With this tool in his hands, Dr. Ike transitioned from being a fascinator of animations to becoming an animator himself. Within months, Dr. Ike's whiteboard animations began transforming his teaching landscape. In his medical lectures, complex bioethics, clinical psychology, public health, and research integrity topics that once required lengthy verbal explanations now came alive through animated visuals. Ethics case analyses became moving diagrams. Biomedical ethics and related research topics transformed into visual stories. Multiple screens from his YouTube channel, displayed on mobile phones and projector screens, showed different animations, including medical diagrams and behavioral patterns in medicine, psychology, bioethics, and research integrity, all drawn by himself. In his class, no one was left behind. He took his animations to conferences and seminars, where fellow academics marveled at his ability to distill intricate concepts into engaging visual narratives. In research integrity training sessions, a topic close to his heart, he used animations to explain ethical frameworks, conflict of interest principles, and responsible research conduct. Hand draws audience members nodding, taking notes, and looking engaged. Conference hall appears. Dr. Chiedozie, the student who once fell in love with illustrated medical textbooks, the medical and research educator who admired a brilliant university colleague for his artistic edge over others during examinations, the professional who was captivated by Harvard's whiteboard animation-based course. A's threads of a life journey converged in 2025, when the Science Integrity Alliance's Whiteboard Chiedozie software annual subscription transformed possibility into reality. The journey appears as a connected timeline, lecture notes flowing into animations, flowing into multiple teaching contexts: medicine, research, ethics, psychology, public health, responsible research practice, and public health. Dr. Ike's story is more than a personal journey. It's a testament to how an idea can germinate in illustrated pages, grow through observation and inspiration, mature through global learning, and finally flourish when the right opportunity meets preparedness. From Ebony State Medical School in 1996 to virtual classrooms and international conferences in 2025, Dr. Ike transformed his lifelong love of visual learning into a powerful educational force. His whiteboard animations now carry forward the same spirit that captivated him as a medical student: the understanding that the most complex ideas, when properly visualized, become not just comprehensible, but memorable, transformative, and beautifully human. Final Frame shows multiple animations on screens, representing the ongoing impact and future of Dr. Ike's work.